What's up, guys? This is Patty Everett. I got two channels, Footychamp Gaming and Footychamp Extra. And my Footychamp Gaming channel's got 80 subscribers. Please get me to 100 subscribers. And her.
Yeah, what he said.
But yeah, I'm 20 subscribers away from 100, and you're a lot away.
It is.
I'm not trying to be rude, say you're a lot away, though.
That's right, I'm just trying to see the date. Oh, 23rd. 23rd of January.
3 things he did today, a lockdown diary, and he's saying nothing first.
You go, because I'm a bit lost.
Wait, what was my thing again? What's it?
I know.
YouTubers Live!
Yeah. Oh,
it's the best game ever!
We've installed YouTubers Live on the PC. It's a game that Lewis bought years ago, but we got rid of all the games on the PC. Well, we do that quite regularly, but we reset everything, didn't we, on a computer because it was going very slow, and it's much better now, isn't it? But
yeah.
But yeah, so you've been playing YouTubers Live?
It's so fun.
Because he likes YouTube?
Yeah, and basically you're a YouTuber.
Mm-hmm.
And you do videos and you get money, and you can get things like, you can get editing software, you can get...
It's like real life.
You can get computers.
But on the computer.
You can get games. But actually, if you're a gaming YouTuber, because you have different types, there's 3 different types. Actually, is there 4?
I don't know. But you also have to study hard and get good grades, or your mum.
On the first one,
when you first start it up.
Yeah, and at some point.
It's your thing. Carry on.
And at some point, so yeah, there's this like testing, and the more studying you done, the better grades you got. I got an A+.
Yes.
And I got.
It's just like real life.
How much money did my mum give me?
50p?
A lot more than that.
Oh. I don't know. Did you buy some YouTubing equipment with it?
I don't actually know. I think I bought some games. Because if you're a gaming YouTuber, you can buy games.
Is that what you were doing?
Because there's different type of ones. The gaming one's the most fun one.
Okay, cool.
Because there's different cards that you can select. Yeah. Actually, I think there is on the other ones, but it's just really fun.
So anyway, so that's what he's been doing today. But
I've moved out from my mum's house.
Why would you do that?
On there, but there's better there's like internet speed and stuff as well, which makes your videos like upload quicker and stuff. Okay. And it's really slow at first, uploading just takes a long time. But then when you move into different places, it takes quicker because the internet speed's better.
Okay.
I think when you're at your mum's place, it's 1 megabyte a second. But then I went to the next place, which is got 4 megabytes per second.
Brilliant. Okay, so we move on to number 2, because unless they're really interested in YouTubers Live the game, they're not going to be hugely interested, are they? My viewers.
It sounds cool though. It sounds cool.
No, it's a great game, and it's probably the sort of game I would have liked as a child. I used to be into The Sims, didn't I? When I was a teenager, sort of 17, 18, I was into The Sims then. Sims 1 back then, and I used to get loads of expansion packs before they used to cost as much as they do now. It's crazy now.
The graphics of The Sims though is terrible, isn't it?
Doesn't matter, the gameplay was so good.
But the graphics are terrible. Even FIFA's got better graphics than
I'm not sure
Sims.
that YouTubers Live is particularly good graphics though, is it?
I don't think it's supposed to have good graphics though.
I don't know if The Sims is anyway. Anyway, I'm not a big fan of EA games generally, because there tends to be a lot of bugs, doesn't there?
And the reason why Minecraft doesn't have good graphics is because it's not supposed to have good graphics.
Oh, okay.
Because it's just cube. It's just like some square cubes.
Some square things, yeah.
It's like they cubes as the block.
Yeah.
And
you're not really a fan of Minecraft, are you?
It's alright.
Yeah.
I would play with Lewis, because I do kind of like playing with Lewis.
What normally happens when you play Minecraft with Lewis is you end up building a football pitch, and Lewis does his own thing. He makes a castle usually, doesn't he, or something like that, and you build a football pitch. And then if I take over and have a little go, I end up in the air, and I don't know how to get back down again.
That's when you're on creative mode, because you can only do it on creative mode. They're different modes.
But that's what happens.
Creative mode's the easiest one, and you can literally get any blocks you want. But when there's things like survival.
Yeah, survival. I know difference between creative and survival.
In survival, you have to actually mine. You have to find the material, like
Okay.
diamonds and stuff.
Ah, okay. So anyway, let's move on from that because, like I say, unless you're really into computer games, you're not going to be hugely interested. But
That's not even what our thing. That wasn't even our thing.
So number 2, well, actually, it was Henry's homework. He had to do something good for the community, didn't you?
Which is hard.
So we
It's
saw,
his time.
yeah, exactly. Well, some of the suggestions we couldn't really do because obviously with COVID restrictions and things like that, it was quite tricky. But what we thought is we had a big sort out of Henry's books in his bedroom, like, same as we did with Lewis's. And we thought, well, okay, that's good for the community because we can take them to the bus shelter and leave them there for other people to enjoy as well, for other children in the village, because there were some lovely books, some really, really nice ones, actually.
We've done the Kahoot quiz now. Daddy won.
Okay, I think this isn't part of number 2. I'm not really sure.
Because it kind of is, because it's kind of doing my homework. Oh,
yes, yeah. So for the community, for his house, he did a Kahoot quiz.
Yeah.
So there were 10 questions, weren't there? Yeah. All about our holidays, but Henry's views on the holidays and things.
Yeah.
And I have to say, I failed because I came last.
Well, I still worked on Kahoot odds, so I went there, and you could sort of by different stuff, not just points. And actually, with the amount of questions, right, you got the same amount as Lewis.
Yeah, no, that's true because it depends how quickly you answer as well. But I didn't really understand what I was doing to start with, so that was
I think you're better now. You're better now.
Yeah, no, I got, but I sort of almost caught up at the end just because I was answering quicker than everyone else. I was able to read it quite quickly. But I think your dad came top, and then
Daddy won by loads. I think it was like 2,900 points.
Because Lewis and I got a question wrong, we were both sort of like, I was close to Lewis, wasn't I? But
I think you actually both got one question less than Daddy.
Yeah, no,
but then Daddy must have been answering quickly then. Daddy must have been.
Yeah, I think he was, but yeah, I think it was that extra question that helped. I think if there were more questions, if it was up to like 20 questions,
but it was
or
hard
30.
to think of stuff.
Oh no, I think 10 was fine.
Also, another time, I feel like I want to do that, but like with not quizzes I created, and I could actually be in do the quiz as well.
With all of us. Well, we did talk about doing it with cousins as well, didn't we? So maybe we could do something like that. Either I could set a quiz.
You could create a quiz. You need the app.
I'm giving myself another job to do.
No, you don't have to do it. I was just giving you an idea.
Yeah, no, it's all right.
But if you have the app, you can create quizzes.
Yeah. Well, that's something we can do. And also, let's move on to number 3 because we are like nearly 8 minutes in. Number 3. I'm currently doing it. I'm currently making dinner at the moment. I'm making a curry, which often I do on Saturday night. Not every Saturday, but I like to do it on a Saturday night because that's always what I did. My dad used to cook a curry every Saturday night. He probably still does, to be honest. And I like doing that. And I've made one from scratch. I've got beef curry in the oven. And which I just make again, just bung it all in, stick it in the oven. I've just put some spices and things in there. I've also, to make it a little bit sweeter, because I think that the other 3 prefer like slightly sweeter curries, I put some dates in there as well, some chopped up dates, just to give it a bit of a sweeter taste. And I'm probably going to make, I've got some mince that I need to use up today as well, so there was going to be 2 meat ones, and I think I'm going to do that with rice. So I'm going to put some curry paste or something in the rice with the mince, maybe a few vegetables in there as well, and I might make some onion bhajis. I do like the onion bhajis I make, but I know you don't like them, so I'll maybe just make 3 onion bhajis for us 3. And I'm probably gonna I might make some like not naan bread. It's not proper naan bread, but again, this is what my dad always used to make, was just mix flour and water, make it into a dough, fry it, and then you've got kind of like a bready thing that you can do. It's quite nice if you've got a spicy curry. It's really good to have that with it, just to kind of break up the flavour a bit. But this one's not going to be particularly spicy.
I just wanted to say something. It's
go for
back to like
Kahoot,
not Kahoot. YouTuber's Life.
I
just wanted to say something.
Yeah, go on then.
There's a cool thing in it. There's a bit called like my profile, and you click on that, and one of the things it says is how much you like kind of averaging in a month.
Okay.
How much you're getting in a month.
Yeah, and what's it saying on there? Do you know?
I think when Elastic is like £40 or something, but then but that's how much you would get when you have like 2,000 subscribers or something.
Okay, yeah.
Like most people who do YouTube as a job will have more subscribers than that.
Cool.
Maybe like 1 million subscribers, and then that'll be a lot more money a month.
Yeah.
You'll be getting a lot more.
Yeah, no, that's it.
I wonder how much PewDiePie is getting in a month.
I forgot to mention as well, sorry, going back to what we were saying. Oh, about going to the bus shelter. Yeah, we turned it into a bit of a walk as well, which also meant, well, because obviously we're only allowed out once for exercising a day at the moment.
Just looking at my steps at the moment.
So, yeah, I'm over 10,000.
I'm close to 10,000.
Yeah, you're not too bad.
8,488.
But yeah, but because I was gonna go. I was all set to go on a run this morning. I was all dressed, had all my headphones on. I've got Aftershokz headphones. They are brilliant. If you're a runner, Aftershokz headphones. They sit round your ear, and then the bit you hear it doesn't go on your ear. It goes just above your ear. And it means you can still hear the traffic and everything as well. So if you run on the road, it's a really good idea, which I don't tend to hugely, although I am at the moment because of the weather. But yeah, no, they're really good. So that and you barely feel them on. I wear glasses, a band to keep my hair out my face, and the earphones, and they're absolutely fine. It's, you know, I can barely feel them. It's really, really good, quite comfortable. I think even Henry would. Yeah, I think you've tried them on actually, haven't you?
Have I?
Yeah, I think so. But anyway, I was all set to go out, and then I looked out the window.
And I looked at the time how much in the video.
Oh yeah, I think this is our longest one. And yeah, it was icy. It was too slippy, and I don't go when it's slippy because I just think there's no point in risking injury just for the sake of a short run. So I didn't bother. I did do exercise at home, but we also did the walk as well, which meant I could go on the walk. We couldn't have done that otherwise. But I wanted to go out today doing something because obviously, well, tomorrow is sprint practice day. But if it's too icy, we won't be able to do it. I think it might be quite cold, so we might have to delay it. Maybe just miss a week and you could.
Or we could do it on Monday. If there's
I don't know whether I think it's going to be quite cold, so we'll see. We might even have snow. You see, I think we're due a bit of snow, so we'll see what it's like. But if we don't do it,
it doesn't like snow.
No, I know Henry doesn't like snow. I'm not.
After like 5 minutes, I get really cold. I like looking outside and seeing.
It's exciting, isn't it, when we have snow?
But when I'm out in the snow, I don't like it.
I think you might like it this time if it's just a short distance. But the thing is, I think
after like 5 minutes, I get cold though.
Quite often because of. When the kids were at primary school especially, and we used to have to go drive to the school. If it snowed on a school day, it was always a bit of a problem, wasn't it?
Once we got stuck in the snow.
Yeah.
I remember someone else
couldn't get out.
Someone else drove. They had to take their child to the school, but then they came back with salt, which wouldn't have worked straight away. But then some man came with some shovel, digging it like this.
Yeah, dug us out, and it was actually quite funny because Lewis, bless him, he was about 2-3 years ago. As soon as we got stuck, he wanted to get out the car and dig us out. He was just like in survival mode, right? I'm gonna what have I got in the car to dig us out? So he was gonna, but the problem is you couldn't do that because it was all ice basically, because it was a couple of days into the snow. It was just packed, down. It was just ice. There was, and I actually tried kicking it and hurt my foot, so that wasn't a good plan. But anyway, that's not today. Why are we talking about that?
That was ages ago.
Yeah, well, the main thing I was worried about is Henry, because obviously we were stuck in the middle of nowhere, between villages, and the problem is Henry, you struggle in cold weather, don't you?
Yeah.
And what I was worried about is obviously I didn't want to use the heaters too much in the car because that would run the battery down. I didn't know how long we're going to be stopped there, so I was mainly worried about obviously Henry getting too cold because it does make him ill if he gets too cold. And
I didn't get ill.
No, well, you didn't, because we weren't there for that long, so that was great. So I managed to get the kids to school. They were a little bit late, but we got you there, and we got.
I think it was actually a pretty fun day. I think they actually watched a film or something.
Oh, because the school wasn't closed, or some schools were closed in the area, but their school wasn't closed.
Yeah.
And I think what they did is they were due to have a swimming lesson that day, and they didn't do it. And I was actually due to help as well. I normally help on it on that. I think it was on a Tuesday, and I used to go swimming with you because I used to go on coaches. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, and But they cancelled swimming, so that was good, I think, really a sensible decision, because it was so cold and all the kids would have come back, with wet hair. It just wasn't a good idea. So they ended up watching a video, didn't you, or something?
On a film.
Yeah. What film was it? It was the same
I
video.
don't remember what it was. I don't remember what it
Yeah.
was. It did end up actually being a pretty fun day because of watching that.
Yeah, I think they made it. I think no one wanted to be there, did they? Because it was so cold and miserable. It wasn't very pleasant. It wasn't like the first day of snow where it was really exciting either. It was a few days into it. It was just getting worse and slippy. It was so slippy. It's like an ice rink. But anyway, we are in 15 minutes in. I don't think anyone's going to even have time to watch this video, so you won't know about my snow story. But anyway, that wasn't today anyway, so it doesn't matter if you missed that. But we're going to go now.
There's no one who would want know about that. Snow one.
Snow one. I hope they don't miss your joke, because that was brilliant.
Snow one.
And that was a proper dad joke, that was, wasn't it?
See, that's what Daddy says a lot. Snow.
Oh, does he?
Oh yeah, I remember when he was picking up Oreo when there was snow outside and inside.
He wanted to, today. Yeah. He wanted to take. Oh yeah, because it was snowing today. Yeah.
Also,
I need it.
Oreo got scared at first, and Oreo was scared, and Daddy said, "There's no way you should get scared. There's
no way you should get scared." Ah, so you use the same joke. You cheated.
He does it loads though.
He does. It's definitely a dad joke, that. Okay. Anyway,
I like it though.
We will go now, because it's Saturday night and it's late night day, and we've got lots of things planned.
Because we have late night on Saturdays.
And I'm going to go and see how the beef curry's getting on. All right, bye.
Bye.
Subscribe.
Yeah.